Topic: How to speak English clearly and confidently in any situation. A complete spoken English masterclass. Intro. Have you ever had a great idea, but couldn't express it in English? Have you ever known the answer to a question, but stayed silent because you weren't confident? Or maybe you've started speaking, only to stop halfway because you forgot the right word. If you've experienced any of these situations, you're not alone. Millions of English learners don't struggle because they lack knowledge. They struggle because they lack confidence. Today we're going to learn how to speak English clearly and confidently in any situation. Whether you're talking to a friend, giving a presentation, attending a job interview, or speaking with an international client, the principles in this lesson will help you communicate more naturally. Let's begin. Chapter 1: Confidence comes from preparation. Many people think confident speakers are naturally gifted. But that's rarely true. Most confident speakers prepare. Imagine a pilot. Before every flight, the pilot checks the aircraft, reviews the route, confirms the weather. Preparation creates confidence. The same applies to English. If you know you're attending a meeting, prepare useful vocabulary. Practice introducing yourself. Think about possible questions. Preparation reduces fear. And when fear decreases, confidence increases. Chapter 2: Slow down your speech. Many learners believe speaking fast makes them sound fluent. Julie, speaking too fast often creates more mistakes. When you rush, your pronunciation becomes unclear. You forget words. You lose confidence. Great speakers speak at a comfortable pace. They pause naturally. They breathe. They allow listeners to understand every sentence. Remember, speaking clearly is much more impressive than speaking quickly. Chapter 3: Don't search for perfect words. This is one of the biggest habits that slows learners down. Imagine you forget the word umbrella. Many students stop speaking completely, but fluent speakers don't. They explain the idea instead. For example, it's the thing you use when it rains. Communication is about sharing ideas, not proving that you know every vocabulary word. If you don't know one word, use different words. Keep the conversation moving. Chapter 4: Build sentence patterns. Instead of memorizing thousands of sentences, learn useful patterns. For example, think, in my opinion, the reason is, I would like to, I'm interested in. These patterns become building blocks. Once your brain learns them, creating new sentences becomes much easier. Chapter 5: Learn to listen actively. Speaking and listening are connected. The better you listen, the better you respond. When someone is speaking, don't spend your time preparing your next sentence. Listen carefully. Understand the message. Then answer naturally. Good communicators are excellent listeners. Chapter 6: Use simple English with confidence. Many learners believe difficult vocabulary makes them sound intelligent. Not necessarily. Clear communication always wins. Imagine explaining something to a child. You naturally choose simple words. Simple English doesn't make you sound weak. It makes you sound clear. The world's best speakers often use surprisingly simple language. Chapter 7: Improve your voice. Your voice is part of communication. Speak loudly enough to be heard. Not too loudly. Not too softly. Change your tone naturally. Smile while speaking. A smile changes the sound of your voice. People can often hear confidence before they even understand your words. Chapter 8: Practice real situations. Don't only study grammar. Practice real conversations. Imagine ordering caffè. Introducing yourself. Answering interview questions. Asking for directions. Making phone calls. The more realistic your practice, the more comfortable you'll feel in real life. Chapter 9: Handle mistakes calmly. Everyone makes mistakes. The difference is how they react. Confident speakers simply correct themselves. For example, I was going to, then they continue. They don't apologize 10 times. They don't panic. They move forward. That's exactly what you should do. Chapter 10: Build daily speaking confidence. Every morning, speak English for 5 minutes. Talk about your plans. Describe yesterday. Explain your goals. Every evening, summarize your day in English. This daily habit trains your brain to organize ideas quickly. After a few months, speaking becomes much more natural. Chapter 11. Stop comparing yourself. Someone will always speak better than you. Someone will always know more vocabulary. That's normal. Don't compare your Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 20. Compare yourself only with the person you were last month. Progress is personal. Celebrate every improvement. Chapter 12. Your confidence formula. Remember this simple formula. Practice creates familiarity. Familiarity creates comfort. Comfort creates confidence. Confidence creates fluency. Notice something important. Confidence doesn't come first. Practice comes first. Chapter 13. Why we translate. Translation feels natural because that's how most of us learned English. In school, we memorized words with meanings. House means, book means, teacher means. Over time, our brain created a habit. Whenever we hear an English word, we immediately search for its meaning in our native language. First, this is helpful, but later, it becomes a barrier. Because real conversations move quickly, your brain doesn't have time to translate every sentence. That's why we need to build a new habit. Chapter 14. Your brain loves shortcuts. The brain always looks for the easiest path. If you've translated English for 10 years, translation becomes automatic. The good news? The brain can create new shortcuts. Every time you think directly in English, you're building a new pathway. First, feels slow. Then it becomes easier. Eventually, it becomes automatic. That's how fluency develops. Chapter 15. Think in pictures, not words. Let's try a simple exercise. Close your eyes. Imagine an apple. Did you see the picture first? Or did you think about the translation? Most people see the picture. That's exactly how language should work. Words should connect directly to images and ideas, not translations. If you hear rain, imagine rain. If you hear mountain, picture a mountain. Your brain learns much faster through images than through translations. Chapter 16. Narrate your day. One of the easiest ways to think in English is to become the narrator of your own life. As you wake up, say, I'm turning off my alarm. I'm making breakfast. I'm checking my emails. I'm leaving for work. No audience. No pressure. Just you and your thoughts. These simple sentences gradually replace your old thinking habits. Chapter 17. Replace single words with ideas. Don't learn isolated vocabulary. Learn complete ideas. Instead of memorizing, hungry, learn, I'm really hungry. Instead of, late, learn, I'm running late. Instead of, busy, learn, I'm busy right now. Your brain remembers situations much better than individual words. Chapter 18. Stop being afraid of silence. Many learners panic when they pause. But pauses are normal. Even native speakers pause. The difference is, they don't panic. When you need a moment to think, use natural expressions like, let me think. That's a good question. As far as I know, these expressions give your brain extra time while keeping the conversation flowing. Chapter 19. Listen like a child. Children don't listen for grammar. They listen for meaning. They hear the same expressions repeatedly. Eventually, they begin using them naturally. Do the same. When watching English videos, don't stop every minute. Listen to understand the message. The patterns will enter your mind naturally. Chapter 20. Build automatic responses. Some English answers should become automatic. For example, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. What do you do? I'm a student. Where are you from? I'm from Pakistan. Practice these common answers until they require no thinking at all. Automatic responses reduce mental pressure during conversations. Chapter 21. Create an English zone. Choose 1 hour every day. During that hour, everything is English. Your phone, your music, your reading, your thoughts. Even if you only know simple English, stay inside the language. One focused hour every day is far more powerful than random study throughout the week. Chapter 22. Trust the process. There will be days when you feel slow. There will be conversations where you struggle. That's completely normal. Every learner experiences those moments. Don't judge yourself based on one difficult conversation. Judge yourself based on your consistency. If you're practicing every day, your brain is changing, even when you can't see it. Final message. Speaking English without translating isn't magic. It's a habit. and every habit can be trained. Start with simple thoughts. Describe your surroundings. Use complete phrases. Think with pictures. Practice automatic responses. Stay patient. Every day you spend thinking directly in English, you're building a faster, stronger, and more confident mind. One day, you'll answer a question, and only afterward realize, I didn't translate that. That's the moment you'll know. You're no longer learning English. You're living it. Thank you so much for watching. If this lesson helped you, subscribe to the English PK for more practical English lessons that help you think, speak, and communicate with confidence. Keep learning, keep thinking in English, and I'll see you in the next lesson.